Welcome, my beautiful Cancers. Thank you for your patience. Number one, I know I'm a couple of days late, and I think I tried so hard to get these out before the beginning of August, but maybe it's just divine timing. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those intuitively guided to the channel. Maybe you're not sure if you have Cancer or not, but something may have just um, nudged you towards the reading. It's your spirit guides. It's funny. I had someone give me a comment who, they don't believe in spirit guides, and I'm okay with that. I don't want people to take on my beliefs. But just like some of the comments are just like, clearly I'm not your reader. So, and I'm okay with that. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Plus my readings are long and I know that, but I don't put any limits on them. I let them be whatever they need to be. Anyways, some of you may be in love with the Cancer. Such loving hearts. Um, and my moon is right on that cusp of Gemini and Cancer, and I can see where I pull from both. But anyway, if you're in love with the Cancer, whether platonically or romantically, just know that you yourself will receive messages through the reading. And feel comfortable asking your guides to send you signs of confirmation. I get more and more comments where someone says, I asked my guides for you to say this word, which is maybe a word I wouldn't normally say, but yet then I say it. I don't hold myself back. I just know if like something comes out of my mouth, it's probably because someone asked for that confirmation. So feel comfortable with that. And then just let the rest go. So, anyways, this is for August. But I have a feeling, I don't know why Cancer, I just have a feeling like there's some new things that are going to start for you in August, and you may be like making some decisions about them and then moving forward with them. Like, I feel good about it. I feel good about it. So let's just go ahead and get right into the cards. We are going to use Mother Mary for her beautiful words of wisdom. We will use, we'll do that at the end of the reading. I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot to clarify or go deeper. And for your main spread, not a deck I use for you very often, but it was the deck calling for you. It's the Universal Tarot. It's interesting. This is a deck that I like as I get new decks, old decks get pushed back. And then every once in a while I just look back and I'm like, oh, so this is really calling to me for you for August. So we're going to go ahead and use them. I'm going to go ahead and give them a shuffle or two. And for anyone who's new, I just want to let you know that I do pre-shuffle everything. That's really when I'm just meditating on your energy. I notice any signs, like any cards that keep coming out, all of that. I myself listen for the signs all the time. Okay. Oh, okay, we're going to let that card be. I'm going to bring the lid down. And okay, more than one card. So let's go ahead and begin. Again, I want to thank you for your patience. Wow. Hello, marriage card. First card. Commitment. Usually means true love. At least that's how I feel. I feel like, I'm curious to see what's going to follow. But it usually talks about two people who really do want to make a lifelong commitment to each other. Doesn't mean it always works out. But let's see. Interesting. We have the Queen of Swords. Could be you. I feel like really you're all people in a reading, even if it's a different sign, because listen, we all have like a little bit of everything in us anyway. But this could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's interesting. I always knows with this queen, it's like she's saying her final words and then she's doing like a mic drop. Like this is what I have to say. Boom. But we'll see. Queen of Swords. Hmm. Two swords. Interesting. Two swords. Two swords is, well, you can literally see it where someone's wearing a blindfold. Just something maybe I don't want to face. I have a feeling what it's saying is that there may be something that you want to say to someone, but you're not sure if you should, because she's leaning towards this queen who I feel she feels very confident in what she's going to say. Now, I also want to remind you Mercury's in retrograde on the 4th. So we do want to think about our words. Um, but I feel this queen feels very confident in what it is she wants to say. So we'll see why this person has a blindfold on. I feel like she's just questioning whether I should say it. Maybe I have feelings for someone and I'm not sure whether to tell them or not. Let's keep going. Interesting way the reading is opening up, and look how your cards are just coming out. Wow, they're coming out in threes also. All right. We have the devil, card of Capricorn. If you look at this image, you can see these are the lovers. It's like the devil's influence over these lovers. Do they feel trapped? This is illusionary energy. It can be temptation. But for some reason, I feel like it's a negative influence, unless it is a Capricorn for you. And it certainly can be. But, it's interesting too how they're both naked. So maybe someone is afraid to be who they really are, show who they really are to someone. That could certainly explain the Two of Swords. Maybe I'm afraid that someone won't accept me for who I truly am. But I feel like that's an illusion. Sorry, a car just went by. I have my window open. Um, and it is mirroring the marriage card. So interesting. It's like something is keeping these lovers apart. Okay. We have the Five of Pentacles. And then we have, wow, the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords about standing your ground. And that's exactly what I feel like this Queen of Swords is doing. However, the Five of Pentacles is coming before that. The Five of Pentacles, first of all, it's a five, so it can certainly speak about change. It is like there is something that came between these lovers, and maybe one didn't ask for it. Maybe one didn't ask for this change. Five of Swords, or the Five of Pentacles, is that energy of feeling thrown onto the cold. I'm just wondering if, the way it makes me feel is that there was some type of a split. But I'm wondering if the split what was I going to say? I'm wondering if the split was, I want to say, was it meant to be? Was it not meant to be? Why is this queen feel like she's got to stand her ground? Why does someone else have this blindfold on? It's almost like someone does want to reach out, but there's some type of fear. This Five of Pentacles could also be the energy of just being afraid of some type of rejection. Maybe I was with someone and things did not end on the best of notes. Does that mean that that's that? I don't know. Because I'm really feeling the lover's energy here. But I'm also feeling like there is this illusion of at least one of them who may be afraid to show someone who they really are. All right, let's keep going. Ten of Cups. Interesting. Ten of Cups under that Two of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Well, there you go. So, I feel like I was picking that up correctly. Because in the Three of Pentacles, it talks about your individuality and really celebrating that. Other people do take notice of that, like in a positive way. You may not know that. Maybe that's why who's ever in the Two of Swords, again, she's leaning in this direction. She's leaning away from the devil's energy. Again, could just be Capricorn. But I feel like there, again, this influence over these two. I'm holding a Three of Pentacles. Yeah, we have the Ten of Cups. I mean, we have the Four of Wands, the marriage card, the Ten of Cups, the House of Harmony. But there's some type of distraction in between that. All right, well, let's keep going. We have the Knight of Swords. Let me slide these up a little bit. Just a Virgo in me, liking everything nice and neat. So we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords means there's some type of communication coming in. Looks like this knight is moving very quickly. Not always the case with the Knight of Swords, but it does look like it's moving quickly here. I do feel like a knight, is sent by the queen or the king, and they will complete their mission. Some of you may be hearing from someone that maybe you didn't expect to hear from. And, it kind of feels like probably someone you already know. Again, something may have gone kind of like haywire. Hmm. It's interesting. It's interesting because you have the Five of Pentacles mirroring the Three of Pentacles. In the Five of Pentacles, it's not really me who asked for a certain change, but yet it happened anyway. And, in the Five of Pentacles, it's temporarily difficult energy. I feel like I don't really have the luxury to like just, let's say I work a full-time job, but yet my heart is broken. I don't have the luxury of just, not going to work. I still have to go to work. I still have to perform all of that. However, over here in the Three of Pentacles, that's exactly what you're being celebrated for exactly who you are. It is also about your creativity, though. And, this illusion that I'm feeling in the lovers, the Three of Pentacles would be like, well, no, no, there is nothing wrong with you. I feel like someone's got to take a chance and potentially reach out. I can't guarantee you, like, let's say if you're interested in someone, it feels to me like I want to reach out, but I feel like something was left on kind of a bad note. So my fear would lie in being rejected. Now, the script can be completely flipped. That could be how someone's feeling about you. Yeah, I feel like the Knight of Swords is going to complete their mission. So let's keep going. We have the Page of Cups. Interesting. This could be your inner child. I feel like the Page of Cups um, can be younger energy for sure. It can also be what's in the atmosphere, and that would mean love is in the atmosphere. But I do also feel for some of you, like you took a hit and it was right in that inner child. And maybe part of the process now is like rebuilding of oneself, trusting, knowing that you're worthy. It's interesting because I'm seeing it from both points of view. Like I am both, like I am all the people in the Four of Wands. We have the Hangman. Okay, so the Hangman is seeking wisdom. Give me wisdom for my next steps. It's mirroring the Two of Swords. Do I reach out? Do I not? Is this something we can pull back together or is it too late? The Hangman's seeking enlightenment, awareness, maybe confidence, maybe all the above. It's coming under the Ten of Cups. It's almost like this, like there was a relationship that took a pause, and or at least someone in that relationship is like, let's put a pause on this. Now, why? Well, because the Hangman is mirroring the Two Swords, I feel like some type of fear factor. Maybe someone didn't know, like, yeah, can I truly make this commitment? Can I be true? Can we be true? I also feel like there may be some single parents out there who, how do I say this? I feel like it's almost like if someone's coming towards you, or let's say some type of communication is coming towards you. I feel like, and you have children, I feel like you're thinking about your children, almost like I want to protect my children. I don't want to get involved with someone or even introduce them to my children unless I know that there's someone that I can make a true, or we can make a true commitment to each other. Interesting how this is reading. Okay. We have the World in the upright. So this is about a new chapter. But listen, this is a good chapter. This is a spiritually based chapter. You know what I mean? Like someone may have evolved. Maybe two people have evolved. And then we have the King of Wands who's in reverse. So I have a feeling like he's leaving the picture. But in a way, I have a feeling it's a good thing. Now, it can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but I want to tell you what I feel. I feel this is someone who doesn't put action behind their words. You know what I mean? Might say, I love you, but then doesn't show me that. Queen of Cups. There you are. Hmm. Some of you could have had a relationship that ended, and maybe I didn't want it to end. But here's the thing. I feel like for some reason, I really feel like I couldn't be myself. Like I had to wear a mask. I wasn't confident in myself. But I feel like it's probably this king that made me feel that way. Now, if you're the king, if you're a fire sign and you're a male, I don't mean that. It does not have to be a fire sign. It just literally feels like someone who doesn't put action behind their words. Now, could they be making a repeat pattern? And what I mean by that is, could they be coming back into the picture? That's a potential. I feel like some of you are just questioning that. Like, maybe there is someone on your mind. Maybe it is a relationship you were in, and it does look like something happened. It feels like something happened, as in one maybe ended it. I don't have the energy of like cheating, that type of energy. Just, I feel like it's more about like, can I make a true commitment? Can we take it to the Ten of Cups? Will I be good in that Ten of Cups? And I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's someone else. Yet I want to say for you, I feel like, you know, this is talking about celebrating who you are, not wearing a mask. And again, sometimes there is dark energy that influences love. Can people evolve from that? Of course they can. That doesn't mean everybody does, but everybody has the same opportunity to. And I say that because the world is about the next chapter. And I never feel like the world shows unless it's a good thing. The hangman right before that, mirroring that to a sword. So that chapter may be starting to open up, and some of you may be like a little uncertain. You may hear from someone, and your natural instinct may be to be aggressive, but yet I feel like in your heart of hearts, um, I feel like there's still love. Now, does that make them good for you? I don't know. At this point, I feel like I don't have all the answers yet. Even though this King of Wands in reverse, like I get his energy, like I just feel like he or she is, just hadn't been putting actions behind their words. And, Cancer, you're showing here, and I can't see you. I've been saying this a lot this month, but for different signs, it's like I can't see you living in certain energy. Um, I can't like I can see you waiting for someone, but I feel like the uncertainty would drive you a little nuts. Now, let's say that this night is going to communicate with you some way, somehow. I feel like your natural instinct is to be a little aggressive because the Five of Pentacles, because potentially maybe they cut ties. But I do feel like, where did I feel that at in my inner child? Maybe it made me question everything about myself. But I don't feel like it's your lack. I feel like it was more theirs. Because I feel like the Three of Pentacles want you to celebrate who you are. I also want to say, with this energy right here, this is a great omen for working from home, doing what you love. Some of you might just be beginning, and I feel like sometimes that's the answer. Instead of like waiting for someone, unless you're the one who may reach out. And let me tell you, I feel like if there's someone you're interested in and you're uncertain, I would reach out because I'd rather know, right? I'd rather, like, if it's going to be a no, then I'd rather know that so I can move on. But maybe, just maybe, it's a yes. And again, the script may be flipped here because I am feeling both sides of the coin. All right, well, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Look at this. The Knight of Cups, unexpected couple fulfillment. Hmm. Look at that, the wheel underneath that. Destiny. Some of you could have been in a relationship and just maybe the timing wasn't right. And I already know some people are going to be like, well, that's ridiculous. But that's kind of my story, Sam and I's story. We were together when we were teenagers and broke up, and it wasn't until 40 years later that we came back together, and we came back together. So, but unexpected couple fulfillment, it's sitting on your wheel. Now, it doesn't mean it has to happen, but I feel like it has an opportunity to happen. I do feel like there's going to be some type of communication. And I feel like this communication has a potential of opening up a new chapter. For some of you, this Four of Wands could simply talk about like a relationship or a marriage you were in that didn't work out. And so you have moved on. Now, if that's the case, I don't feel like that's what's coming back together. I feel like it would be potentially someone after that, or even someone, with the Page of Cups here of your younger years. We have the Page of Cups, now we have the Queen of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups, and it's coming after what feels like a towerish moment in the Five of Pentacles. And what's following it is really about being you. Maybe something you have learned is that you need to be you. You need to show who you are. And if like you feel like you got to wear a mask, well, that alone should tell you maybe this isn't my person, right? But as soon as I said that, I'm thinking, but sometimes we have to learn that. Sometimes it takes time to learn that. But I feel like this communication is going to come in, and I feel like it's going to be met with a little bit of aggression. But I'm not going to say that it means no. I feel more it would be aggression because maybe I'm still, trying to get to that point of really loving who I am, living without a mask. If someone's going to love me, they have to love me for all of me. Doesn't mean you're perfect. None of us are perfect. And if somebody wants you to be perfect, well, then they better be perfect. And that's not going to happen. But this world, the next chapter, by the way, 2 3s, 33. I already know I must have some master number 33s in the reading, and you add those threes together, it's a six. A lot of times that means you're here to master some type of relationships. It can mean that you're going to be in more than one relationship. And the relationships before the ultimate relationship was really teaching you. Now, you don't have to have a master number 33, but that could be the message also. This is an interesting reading. All right, I'm going to bring the Gilded Tarot right in, and we're going to go deeper right now. I want to break this down, see what's going on. I feel like for any of those who have been, let's say, I want to say a marriage, but let's just say a commitment, a committed relationship. Potentially, I do feel like it's been for a while, and maybe something happened outside of your control. Because I kind of don't feel like it's that person. But yet I do feel like you know who this is. And I feel like it's like almost immediately, I know I keep repeating myself, but I feel like almost immediately it's met with some aggression. Now, maybe you just don't want love right now. And that's completely your choice, right? But part of me is like, I don't know. I kind of feel like, because it's two swords where she does have a blindfold on. She's swaying towards this queen who's kind of doing that mic drop. She's got her sword up, which means she's in a defensive mode. She's got the seven of swords right below her, standing your ground, but to what point? And I want to say, if this is talking about, let's just say, a new love, because again, the Knight of Cups is unexpected cup of fulfillment. And then you have the Ten of Cups and the World, which is great. Just be careful that old relationships that maybe didn't end that great don't have an effect on your future. And it's funny because as I say that, I feel like some are not going to hear me. Some are not ready to hear that. So all in divine timing. All right, let's break it down. Tell me more, tell me more. All right, Eight of Swords. It is in reverse though. So that's good news. So, Eight of Swords in the upright, and I have to tell you, very seldom do I see this in reverse. But it came in reverse, face up. So this is a self-created prison. There's that blindfold that the person in the Two of Swords is wearing. Maybe we've come from the Eight of Swords down to the Two of Swords, and that's why it's in reverse. To me, this is setting oneself free. Like, I'm not going to let these walls that I built due to other people's actions that really I can't control, because in the Five of Pentacles, it really is something that's against your control. And maybe for a while, maybe that's why I felt that too. Like I'm just going to say no to love. No way. But it's in reverse. So I feel like you're setting yourself free. But then we have the Three of Cups, also in reverse. Interesting. Because that Queen of Swords, again, and I kind of feel you are the Queen of Swords. Um, it's almost like she doesn't want to allow herself to experience this joy. Because that's what this is about, joy, celebration. But it's like she's saying no. Even though I do feel like she set herself free, right? The walls are down. But she just may be like, no, not right now. Not right now. Maybe I'm in a healing stage. Maybe I haven't been able to heal all that's happened. Maybe I'm learning to really know who I am on a core level, learning to love myself again, right? Seeking wisdom. But I just get a feeling that this Knight of Cups will probably still hang around. So let's keep going. And that Eight of Swords, it is in reverse, but we do have the Two of Swords. So I feel like, I'm almost there. I may have a hard time trusting love. That may be part of the issue. It's like I just have a hard time trusting love. And I feel like let's say you do get this communication. And I feel like in the Knight of Cups, it'd be hard to deny what the Knight is bringing in, right? Again, it is fulfillment, but you're kind of shutting it down. I feel like the best thing that you can do, let's say if you're just going to say, you know what, I'll give you a chance, I'll go on a date, be yourself right from the get go. Now, I'm not saying be aggressive because I don't know I don't know. Then again, maybe if that happens, the Knight of Cups will be like, I understand why you're being that way. I understand you've been through a lot of hardship. Let's see what's under that knight. Oh, the wheel. Did I already look at that? And by the way, look, oh my gosh, the Eight of Swords, but it's in the upright. So let me do it the right way. And then, hello, lovers. So look at the lovers, right? Here, the lovers are being influenced by an angel. Here, the lovers are being influenced by the devil. And what I mean by that is like illusionary energy. It's like, again, I feel like one or maybe both feel like they can't be who they truly are. Like, I got to pretend I'm someone else. However, we start with this knight, right? Here I come, followed by the wheel. Feels like destiny. Maybe that's why I felt like this knight, even if you turn him down, I don't quite feel he goes away. Why? Because I feel like he understands his Eight of Swords. And then what follows that? The lovers. Hello. It's like this is the second reading in a row where I had to read backwards. But I feel like it's telling us so much. Just that alone. Now the Eight of Swords is in reverse, so I feel like I'm getting close. Interesting. All right, let's keep going. I don't feel like it's this King of Wands because I feel like he's out of the picture. And you have your back to him. So it's almost like, if anything, I feel like he or she may be the reason why you could be aggressive with someone else. And I say aggressive, you're really just standing your ground, but I'm not sure what against. That's the thing. Like, what are you standing your ground against? Because I don't feel like this night is really giving you a reason. So I feel like that has to be some past energy. And that Three of Cups, wants to bring joy to your soul, but you're kind of turning it down. Doesn't mean you don't feel it, but you may tell yourself, oh, well. Okay, well, we got a lot of cards, but they're all face up. Look at this, the Five of Cups. Five of Cups. So, Five of Cups really speaks about where one's focus is at. And in the Five of Cups, where I'm focusing is what I have lost. Now, I have to be honest, I don't feel like it's this knight. I feel like it's this king. But here's the thing. If I do stay in this energy too long, it can turn in the woe is me type of energy. And that's not to judge you. That's all of us. But five, asking you to consider to change that. And I feel like some of you, because the hangman's mirroring it, you do want out of this energy. And what does this person find when they eventually say, I'm not going to keep looking back? I'm not going to keep focusing on the cups that have been knocked over. Two cups. Two cups are behind them. Where we have the Knight of Cups bringing in a cup. This is coming over the Two Swords. It's like you are being very careful with your heart. That's what I feel. I'm being very careful with my heart. We have the Moon. Card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. Now, the Moon can certainly talk about uncertainties. Because with the Moon, we can only see as far as the moonlight allows us to see. Shadows can hide when the moon's out. It potentially is very dreamy energy though, but maybe I fear because I can only determine the current moment, right? I don't know where it's going to go. But remember, we're creating that in our current moment. No one can guarantee you that you're going to reach the 10 of cups. And why? Because you have free will. Someone else has free will. I feel like what this is saying is part of what you're learning is to be who you are and to be proud of who you are, and I don't know, I guess be aggressive if you want, but yet at the same time, I feel like that is a way of trying to protect yourself. Card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. Here's that Knight of Swords again. Look at that. I have a feeling two people are thinking about each other. I have a feeling two people are thinking about each other and they don't even know the other is thinking about them. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Coming over the Seven of Wands. Look at this. The Wheel. So now the Wheel is directly over the Ten of Cups. Hello. What else I want to say is that I just noticed we do have the Five of Cups, right? And it is a five, so it is asking for change. Because why? It's not serving me to stay in that energy. Part of life, I guess, is really learning to be who we are. Again, maybe I just need to look back and say, listen, maybe someone did break my heart, but I couldn't even be who I was anyway. They didn't love me for who I was. They wanted me to be who they wanted me to be. I do not feel like that's this Knight of Cups. I feel like it's that King of Wands in reverse. So I feel like part of this is really about you learning to love you again. But I do feel like your mind, you're thinking about someone, they're thinking about you, someone's thinking about reaching out, but there's a little bit of a fear factor. Now we have the Wheel, Destiny, right over the Ten of Cups. So that Five of Cups does turn into the Ten of Cups. So that is potential. The Eight of Pentacles can answer a question. How do I know I can be successful? Put your focus on it. Whatever you focus on is what you're going to grow. It's like I can focus on my shadow side. I can focus on the light. I can be aggressive. Or I can just listen. I feel like if someone's coming in to communicate, just listen. Hear what they have to say. And then make a choice. Now, do whatever you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you the way I'm feeling it. But I feel for some of you, this is answering a question. How do I know love can be successful again? It wasn't in the past. Maybe both people weren't focusing on it equally. Hello, Ace of Swords. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. First of all, the Ace of Swords mirroring this Knight of Swords. Let me tell you what the Ace of Swords means to me. Truth. Definitely communication, but truth. Integrity. The sword's down. So it is communication where, and I love this coming over the Three of Pentacles because I feel like this is where maybe in the Knight of Cups, let's just say I do listen. This may be where both of you are telling each other about yourselves, about your experiences, and you're really appreciating each other for exactly who you are. Where here, I felt like I had to wear a mask. I had to pretend I was someone else. Hmm. We have the Three of Pentacles again over the Knight of Swords. Look at the synchronicities. And then, hello, Fool. The Fool's about a new beginning, my friend. It's coming over the Page of Cups. I have to tell you, I feel like that feels like love is in the atmosphere. Ready or not. Ready or not. Here I come. You can't hide. The Fool's about taking a leap of faith. But it does have to be your decision. But let me tell you what else the Fool's about. The Fool learns to put the past in the past. Closing doors, opening new chapters, and we have a new chapter opening up. Some of you could have met someone through your place of employment. I'm just looking at that Eight of Pentacles. But I have to tell you, as difficult as I feel the beginning of the reading is, I feel like now we're moving into really like kind of divine type energy, but yet it's got to get through your humanness at the same time. You know, like these real experiences that you've had that were not easy. You know, again, that knight or that king in reverse could have came in all charming and then showed you nothing. You know, though I do feel like with the Eight of Swords in reverse, like you've healed a lot of that. But yeah, again, something unexpected's coming your way, and it could just, you know, the human part of us, it could raise up that fear again. But I feel like if we listen with our spiritual ears, I feel like that fear will subside. Some type of new opportunity opening up for you. At the moment, you're not feeling it in quite the joyful way that it's meant to be filled, but that's okay. Because I don't feel like this night's going anywhere. Now, I don't mean like they're going to stalk you, that type of thing. I feel more they're going to understand you. And they're going to know, and again, it can be flipped. But it's like they're going to know, okay, I know what she or he has dealt with. You know, they may personally know you. And also, social media, I don't want to leave that out because a lot of people on social media, you know, they put like, you know, married, complicated relationship, single, and somebody could have changed their status from married or a complicated relationship or just a relationship into single. And that may be exactly what got someone else moving. All right, well, let's keep going. You know, this is reminding me a lot of Scorpio's reading, where the same thing, I was feeling like both sides of the coin. And that can be confusing as a reader. That's why sometimes I need to slow it down, let myself feel it. But listen, the wheel is right over the Ten of Cups. The Ace of Swords coming right over right next to that. And the Three of Pentacles, you know, that's about your creative house. And, you know, there could be something that you're really, really good at. You know, some of you could simply mean you lost a job, but then you find through guidance that, or through your own, you know, growth, that there's something that you know you're good at and you take a chance on yourself. But yet, the mirrors that we're seeing, the two, Three of Pentacles, that equals the lovers, number one, but also because I felt the lovers here. Like maybe both of you were in separate relationships where both felt like I couldn't be who I truly was. I had to be someone different. Maybe both of you are also thinking about each other. This could be someone from back in the day, and that could be with the pages, someone of a younger time. And then the Fool, a new beginning. Well, how do I know it's going to work out? Just focus on it. Can I guarantee that? No, I can't guarantee that. But I feel like the chances, because I don't feel like this Knight of Cups would come in if it wasn't talking about love, real love. And again, I just get this feeling you know, of someone who's going to love you for exactly who you are, good, bad, and ugly. You know what it reminds me of, just real quick? You know what kept me from moving here in with Sam when we reconnected is I'm not someone who likes to wear makeup or like do my hair all up. I'm not a girly girl. Though, sometimes I do, but very, very seldom. Um, and I kept telling myself, oh my God, I'm gonna have to wear makeup every day. I'm gonna have to fix my hair every day. I'm gonna have to like dress nicely where all I really want to do is wear jeans and a t-shirt. Um, and I allowed that to like play over and over in my head. And I remember even saying on a phone conversation with Sam, if I move there, you're not going to expect me to have to wear makeup and, be a girly girl, right? And he's like, of course not. And it's exactly what I needed to hear. And then I made a decision to move here. But isn't that silly how that stopped me? And it did stop me because I thought, I can't pretend, like there's no way I can wear makeup every day. When I used to have to go to work, the first thing I did when I got home, besides ripping my bra off and my shoes off, is I'd wash my face because I just wanted the makeup off my face. And I guess I'm telling you this story because sometimes we can tell ourselves things like that, right? But listen, I don't know. I might have worn makeup. I've been here since 2020 now. So we're coming up on 5 years. And I maybe wore makeup 5 times since I've been here. I mean, really. And, he loves me for who I am. Or he puts on a pretty good act, one or the other. All right. Look at this, the hangman, but he's in the awakened state over the hangman. The hangman here seeking wisdom. The hangman here has found that wisdom. He has found it. He is awakened right under the wheel, right under the Ten of Cups. Wow, I have goosebumps. Following the Fool. The Fool does not carry the past into the future. The Fool begins at today and then takes the leap of faith. Someone has become awake. Wow. Page of Swords, the High Priestess, your intuition. Your intuition. Interesting, we have the Page of Swords and we have the Page of Cups. So some of you, I am connecting this back, and I know a lot of people don't like that. Like, I'm looking for new love. Well, this is new love. It just might be with someone you already know. This is someone who's awakened, but so are you. You know, I have a feeling that statement of me just talking about like not wanting to wear makeup and that stopping me, I just have a feeling that's helped a few of you because I thought to myself, should I even tell that story? But then something made me tell it. Hello, Queen. Here you are, right next to your intuition. Four cups. Okay, so let's talk about the four cups for a second. Four cups can talk about boredom, discontentment in one's life. It is mirroring the five of cups. But look what's coming in. A cup. This person's looking right at it. A lot of times in the four of cups, they're looking down. Well, normally the cups are in front of him. They're looking down here. He's looking right at that cup. Who's bringing in the cup? The Knight of Cups. And I do feel like every knight will complete his mission. I feel like this cup is coming from the hand of God or divine, whatever you want to call it. And this is about learning to use your spiritual discernment. Well, that is why the high priestess came out. You know, your intuition won't lead you astray. We just got to not second guess it. I am not trying to talk you into anything because you have to want it. And listen, I don't know how much time has happened between this and, between finding clarity and finding oneself and learning just to be oneself, like saying like, I'm not interested in being with anyone where I can't be who I am. Now, of course you want to like, well, no, I want you to be you, right? Because I feel like each are going to appreciate each other for that. So here is that cup that the Knight of Cups says it's bringing in. It's sitting right over the world, the next chapter, but it's literally putting it in your hands. And it's asking you to use your own spiritual discernment on whether you're going to accept it or you're not. But something tells me that you're not quite happy right in the energy you're sitting right now. And I know that's not everyone. Wow. So what started off a little confusing is getting clearer and clearer and clearer. I feel like someone hurt you. And listen, potentially someone hurt this person also. I feel like it caused me, and they may say the same thing, to wear a mask, to be afraid to be who I am, be my authentic self. Yet, 2 3 of Pentacles, especially with that Ace of Swords, 3 Pentacles, the Ace of Swords right over the 3 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles following that Ace of Swords. And that 3 of Pentacles coming right between the Knight of Swords, excuse me. And then the Page of Swords over here. I cannot help but think some of you are reconnecting with, I don't even know if you were together before, like in a relationship, or is this just someone who now knows that you're single or the other way around. I don't feel like anybody's connected here. Or if they are, they're on their way out the door. Like maybe this king is still connected to this queen, but this queen has her back completely to this king. Her cup is looking towards the future, not towards him. So I feel like he's like, bye-bye. And then I feel like this Knight of Swords, I just get this feeling like I'm thinking about someone, they're thinking about me. Here comes this knight. It sits on my wheel. It has the potential of being the 10 of Pentacles. Someone has awakened to, I feel like, this love. The Fool saying, take a leap of faith. You may say no. And I feel like the knight will be like, well, then I'll wait. I'll wait. Because I feel like the word, any words spoken, I feel like they are of truth. Hmm. Wow. Okay. What do I want to look at? You know, I think what I'm going to do, because I feel like I get the message, I think what I'm going to do is just go across the board. Almost like taking the full status of starting right now, justice. So, have a feeling some of you, this is talking about cutting of ties. But you know what I feel like what happens with justice when I cut those ties? I feel like first and foremost, I was probably feeling unbalanced, right? I was probably in that Four of Cups energy. Probably wasn't happy anyway. I could have told myself I was, but maybe I really wasn't. Maybe I wasn't being completely honest. Maybe they cut ties. But justice, when it shows up in your reading, is showing for you. And by cutting ties, what it does is it rebalances you. It makes you whole again. That's what justice is about. What's fair and just to you. So sometimes we can't control other people cutting those ties, and it may feel like hell, but I feel like that's temporary because I feel like you're going to feel whole again. And maybe you needed to feel whole on your own first or close to it. Because again, we do have destiny. To me, that means destiny's a part of all this. Okay. Also card of Libra, by the way. So, it's kind of interesting how when the Four of Wands showed up as your first card, it's like for some reason I couldn't allow myself to be like excited about it, you know, and now I know why. Now, that doesn't mean I don't think that that Four of Wands is not going to come back. It's just going to be not with the same person. You're cutting ties to that, or they cut ties to you. But in the long run, they did you a favor because it's you who's now finding balance. And I do feel like it's probably you also having an awakening, but I also feel like, again, two people who are on a very similar path who may be thinking about each other and don't even know that the other person's thinking. Maybe that's why in the Two of Swords, like part of me wants to reach out, but I'm just not sure how it will be met. You just might be surprised. I am a big believer, like, if there's someone you're thinking about, and this day and age, it's not hard to find out, like through social media, if they're free or not. Are they single? And if they are, just strike up a conversation like, hey, how you been? And see where it goes. Or we can wait. We can wait. But I feel like sometimes we have to be bold. Again, that fool, he does take a leap of faith. It feels like love's being awoken in your life. Is that a right word? All right, well, let's keep going. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Can be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Look at this. Hello, lovers. First of all, there's a lot of Mercury energy right there. And that can talk about communication. That's what Mercury is about. It's interesting because this could happen during Mercury retrograde. And it may be met again like, like the communication in the beginning may not be the greatest. And maybe let that motorcycle go by. That may be why I said, hold your tongue for a moment. Of course, it's always up to you, but I'm only saying that because, instead of like, I don't know, getting aggressive, maybe take a moment and just listen. Even if you're the one who reaches out. I mean, hello, lovers. We already saw the lovers. We saw the lovers. There they are. And it's interesting because I feel like, because we have two Eight of Swords also, it may have taken time. I feel the similarities. I just feel the similarities. Probably a soulmate energy. But this is telling me that, again, you can be you. Here's the wheel. Here's the wheel. Here's the lovers. Here's the lovers. Here's the wheel. And the Knight of Cups. Here I come. Here I come to save the day. And then we have the Two of Wands. And then the Devil again. Now, for some of you, I feel like this could signify Capricorn. Um, you know, and I'm saying that because in the Two of Wands, I feel like you're having a change of heart. I feel like you're going to say yes. And the Queen of Pentacles being here, let's talk about her energy because I feel like this is more about energy. This would be someone who can truly read between the lines. If there's anything I learned about love, it's how to read between the lines. If anyone comes towards me and they want to feed me a bunch of bull, I can see it. You can't hide it from me. But I do not think that's what's happening. I mean, I know that's not what's happening. How long does it take from here to here? Well, I feel like that's it's everyone's, everyone has a different journey. I feel like it depends how long it takes us to reach to the point where, we allow love again, where we learn to love ourselves again, where we trust in our spiritual discernment. It doesn't mean, the Two of Pentacles or the Two of Wands means you're starting down a path. Some of you may be connected to a Gemini. It's interesting because you were in Gemini's reading, and now Gemini is all throughout your reading. Now, I know that is not everyone, but there's probably a couple of you. But anyways, and they also had the same energy here. And you know what I love about this, lovers? Because again, I feel like I'm thinking about someone and potentially they're also thinking about me, but we probably don't even know that. If you look at this card, look how the feminine, she can feel the energy of the masculine. I can feel it, right? He's not there yet, but I can feel it. That's passion. And it's on the wheel. That's why you can feel it. Again, thinking of someone, they're thinking of me. Some of you, I feel like, get on social media. If there's someone you're thinking about, see if they're single. And if they are, just strike up a conversation. Take it from the beginning like the Fool. Be willing to walk down this path. You can always change courses. Just means it's the beginning. But this path is desirable, passionate. Well, we see the passion. We feel the passion. So let's take it day by day, step by step. That's really how you create your future. It's a seed you're planting right now, right here. will determine what your future is going to look like. If you're the queen and right off the bat, you're like, no way, Jose. Okay. Well, you're creating your future. It's not right or wrong. It's just however you want it to be. But if this is something that you really want, then you want to start planting those seeds. And sometimes we've got to be bold enough again to reach out. I know some of you have a feeling someone's thinking about you and you're thinking about them. And listen, maybe you've been thinking about them for a while. Maybe you were in a relationship with someone that just wasn't going good, yet someone else was on your heart. It's kind of like they got you through, even though they weren't there in person. I don't know how this cannot be a good thing, especially with the hangman in the awakened state. Here's this cup in the Four of Cups where it's asking you to use your spiritual discernment, and then the hangman literally in the awakened state. The high priestess, your intuition right behind you. It's like guiding you, right? That's what the high priestess is about. She is your GPS in this lifetime. Like you don't need fear to guide you. Your first instinct. Learn to trust in that. Try not to overthink. That's what the Queen of Pentacles would do. She'd overthink it. But at the same time, she's also someone who can read between the lines. And I kind of get a feeling you're all people, except I feel like there's also mirroring energy of someone else. Wow. I think I'm just going to leave it there because I feel like it's going to be up to you whether you decide to walk down that path or not. But it's definitely giving you a glimpse. It's showing you the potential of who you're walking with. And I have to say, the energy that's surrounding that is just quite beautiful. Yeah, maybe I thought this was going to be it up here. This is who I was going to spend the rest of my life with. Well, somebody didn't play along. Someone didn't put actions behind their words. And Cancer, you don't deserve that. I feel like when you fall in love, you fall in love. And not everybody deserves that. Not everybody knows how to handle that. And that's kind of what I felt like. Someone just didn't know how to love. That's their problem. That's their issue to learn to work out. But in the meantime, I feel like just keep moving forward. Keep planting those seeds. If you're thinking about someone, look them up. Take a chance. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on you. Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck. Seven of Pentacles, first of all, talks about patience. Patience to allow a seed to come to full fruition. It's like the apple tree, right? I don't want to pick an apple before it's ripe. Give it the time that it needs. That could also relate back to the Two of Wands, right? Just taking a step forward. Maybe that's all I need to do, a step forward. I have a feeling you're going to find yourself in long, deep conversations. I feel like the Seven of Pentacles also speaks about seeds of intention that have already been planted. And now, at least one of them is coming to fruition. All right, let's take Mother Mary over this reading. I mean, what's going on with the motorcycle just out there revving its motor? It's like it wants me to know it's out there. All right, Mother Mary, for my beautiful cancers and those intuitively guided, your beautiful words of wisdom. Especially, this definitely feels like a love reading, Cancer. We have caring. Caring. Heaven cares for me, and I keep my heart open to caring about myself, others, and the world. Notice what it said? I keep my heart open to caring about myself, others, and the world. That is your natural energy. That's you just being you. Home. I've gotten to so much this month, and I feel like home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. Doesn't even matter what's in the home. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. Caring about yourself, about others, about the world, knowing that heaven cares for you. And with the wheel here, it just feels like certain things that were predestined, let's say, are coming into your reality. Just what will you do? What will you do? What will you do? You know, the ball will always be in your court. And what I mean by that, for the things that we cannot control, the ball, we can take that ball and be like, okay, I'm not going to try to control that anymore. But then if something comes towards us, you can say yay, you can say nay. I say take a chance. All right, I feel like I have to do one more. Something is telling me to do one more round. So I'm going to listen. Oh, that card almost wanted to come out. Two cards. Look at this. Trust. I know that God, in His infinite wisdom and love, is answering my prayers right now. Trust. Easy to say, hard to do. But boy, when we let go of control and just trust in divine, I don't know. I feel like life just gets easier and easier and easier. Gratitude. As I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts. I open the door to more of God's gifts. Well, it's exactly what I said in this Four of Cups. This cup is coming from the hand of God. Here's the person who's bringing it in, connected directly to your will. And it is a lover. And we have the lover connected directly to the wheel. Wow. Synchronicities, synchronicities. Take it as you will, right? Because, like, I do feel like some of you are just going to be like, no way, Jose. And that's your choice. That's your choice. But I do feel like if this, I do feel like it's talking about love that's coming in. But I feel like it's a type of love where you can truly just be you. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And I feel like that's why I was telling you the story of me not wanting to wear makeup, fixing my hair, and dressing up, right? I just want to be me. And I am not a girly girl. Doesn't mean I don't fix my hair or comb my hair and that stuff. Just means I don't want to put on makeup. So interesting because my daughter and her daughters, my grandchildren, they are so girly girls. I mean, they love makeup. They love doing like fixing each other's hair. And they didn't get it from me. But, I wish I was like that, but I'm just not. Anyway, and, and I knew like Sam had to accept me for exactly who I am, or I just couldn't come here. Well, he did, and I came. And now we're almost 5 years in. So, and by the way, completely unexpected. Completely. Even though I do have to say, the more I think about it, I can relate to this reading more and more because he'd always been on my mind, in my heart, not like in the forefront, but there's many times I remember like going to bed at night and just thinking about him and wondering like, I wonder what it would have been like if we had stayed together. He had said the same thing to me. Someone asked, like, how did we eventually get together? What made Sam reach out and call me? He said he prayed to God, and God put me in his, well, God brought us together. And so it is. Cancer, I loved your reading. I know it feels a little confusing. It felt a little confusing to me, but now I feel like I totally get it. This is the type of reading, even though they're long, it may take more than one listen to really understand it. I guess it depends where you're at in the reading. If you're that Queen of Swords who's ready for that mic drop, I still feel like this King, or I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups, I don't feel like it's going to scare him out the door because I feel like he's going to get it, and vice versa. Well, however it happens, trust your intuition. Be willing to take a leap of faith, however it happens. Trust in divine, trust in yourself. The more grateful you are in this everyday moment, the more reasons you have to be grateful. I have a feeling you're thinking of someone, and I have a feeling someone else is thinking about you. Who will do the initial reaching out? Well, that is yet to be determined. I guess you will tell me that. Anyways, I'm going to let that be so I can get this uploaded and get it out to you. I know some of you have been waiting and waiting and waiting. And again, I thank you for your patience and I apologize it took so long. But then again, I do believe in divine timing and I feel like this was divine timing. So I love you guys. I thank you. Definitely let me know where you're at in this reading, what you thought of it. Like, I really would like to know what you thought of it. How you relate to it, if you related to it. Um, but anyways, I thank you. I love you guys. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye and happy loving.